Hey, I hope everyone's having an amazing day. I just want to make this video talk about sight reading music and how we can kind of add our own personal touch. I know for me, whenever I'm sight reading music, sometimes I feel like I have to stick to exactly what's on the page, in which case my musicianship lacks because I'm so worried about playing everything precisely, how it's notated. So there's a bit of a hierarchy of importance here. So we want to respect the rhythms and the time signature. I would say foremost. I would rather like play wrong notes in the right rhythm, especially if you're playing with other musicians and you're all staying on track with each other. And then the chords are the second thing. So am I playing the correct chords, the correct rhythms? And then finally the melody, throwing in some melody notes or creating your own lead lines. So this song is called You Are the Reason by Callum Scott. I'm actually playing for a wedding in like 2 weeks, and I'm just reading through a lot of my music. And you can play exactly what's on the page, but I think we're missing out a little bit. Each one of us as musicians has strengths. I would say as a piano player, my strength is rhythm because I'm actually a drummer foremost. Drums were my first instrument before piano. So when I think about the drums, I'm just playing rhythms. I don't think about the notes. So I can do that uniquely on the piano. Whereas if I'm trying to read the rhythms off the page, sometimes I'm so focused on that, I lose track of it. And then also like my feel, my ability to like accent and phrase certain notes. So I don't necessarily do what exactly is written. I kind of make up my own thing. So for the first part of this piece, it's very simple. This is what's written, which is like exactly what's on the track if you were to hear it. There goes my heart beating, and you are the reason. If you've heard the song, you know what I'm talking about now. So if I was to kind of, I don't want to add too much, but you can kind of spice up the rhythms a little bit. So for example, I'm just playing a root note right now. You could play both and like add a little bit. When I say both, I mean like an octave and just add a little bit of pulse. For this song, I said we want to respect the rhythm foremost. We're in 6/8. So as I count that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I could do something like just to add a little bit of my own personal flair to it. For the intro, I would probably do exactly what that's written as because I think that's a nice development. For then when the verse goes, there goes my hum. Stuff like that, where I'm just adding my own personal rhythm. And here's how I do that. I just quickly think about what the chord is. And this does take a little bit of legwork if you're not familiar with chords. So this is kind of a more advanced topic. But when I read this page, I see a B flat, another B flat, and an F. Because of the key we're in, B flat major, I'm going to assume this is a B flat major chord because the notes of B flat, even though I don't have the D, are B, D, F, and D. Now, because of that, I'm not going to include the D because it's not included here. But I could if I wanted to. Like that's including the D. It sounds kind of nice. So if I was to kind of vamp on that after the chorus, there goes my home, and you are the reason. So I'm still keeping it in that 6/8 feel, and I wasn't pulsing at that time. Maybe I still want to pulse it with like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4. This is not what's written. I'm just taking the information and going off it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now my next chord has an E flat down here, a B flat up here, and an F here. If I was to voice that up here, that looks like an E flat add 2 chord because I have an E flat, F, B flat. Incredible sounding chord. To an F, back to the B flat major chord. So yeah, just to cover my chord progression, it's a B flat major chord, G minor 7, E flat sus to an F, and then back to the B that we started on. So if I was to just vamp over that, my sheet music gives me a little bit of information, but like I'm trying to say, you can take a liberty and experiment a little bit. So there goes my heart beating. And if I want to add the melody, and then I'd still. Whenever it does the I'll climb every mountains, it does a really cool thing there. So I'll start from right at the and there goes my mind racing. 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. I'll climb every mountain. So like I said, I'm adding all of this. None of this is written on the page. I'm just using a little bit of my intuition and musicianship. All that they had written for that entire section. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason. Da, 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 da. I don't know the words, and I'm not a very good singer, but that's all they have. Very simple and it works. I'll climb every mountain. Do, 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 da. Boom, ba-dum, boom. Oh man, I love that part. Let's see. There's a little walk up when he's like I need you to see. I don't know. There was a bigger jump there. So what they have written here, I actually quite like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Where it goes to an E flat minor 6. Pretty nice. All they have here is me playing every 3 beats. I'll show you one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where we hold that down. But since I know the chords here, just thinking about it, it's a G minor 7 to an F to a B flat to a B flat over D to an E flat major chord, just by analyzing the notes that they gave me. So what I can do from here is I have 3 beats. I can embellish that a little bit with something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where I just, and then make it the that minor 6 chord. So yeah, there I'm using a little bit of my musicianship to just add some embellishments to it. I don't know if it's right or wrong, and there's lots of different ways. Let me pick a whole different way. And then I could go to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, all that to say, when you're playing through a piece of music, the sheet music's there and it gives you nice suggestions. Sometimes you can hear exactly to it, but we can use that as an opportunity to create our own embellishments. And I think it sounds a lot more musical that way. I don't know if this is a common held belief. Whenever I teach my students, I do stick straight to the street music. This is something that, like, when I'm playing with other musicians, we're free to express ourselves a little more. Or if I'm just like, if my student's a little bit more mature so they can understand, like, hey, it's almost like you have a piece of paper, and for stuff like this, you have lines drawn in, but you can pick whatever colors you want to fill that in with. Or even reverse it. Say you have like 3 colors you get to paint with: a yellow brush, a green brush, and a blue brush, but you have a blank piece. You can make whatever you want. So there's just a lot of room for experimenting with these things. Even making it bigger, like this is very subdued. It's really small, and that is exactly what the person's playing on the track. But making it a little bigger, maybe, if you wanted to, like a. There goes my heart, and you are the reason. And there I was adding in a lot of lead lines because there's no singing there. You have time to add up a little space. And there goes my mind racing. I'll climb every mountain. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not the best singer. I just kind of sing along sometimes to help you feel the beat if you're listening along. If you have any questions about this topic, let me know. Let me know how you like to add your own creative twist to the music you're playing, and I will see you all next time.